What's up, guys? This is Adam with Tech Like a Boss, and I'm back with you today to show you how to convert video, audio, and picture files from one format to another. This is something that you can do a lot of different ways, and there's some programs that require different formats of different video files, pictures, or audio files. And so you want to know how to change those in order for them to work correctly with the particular application that you're using. So let me just dig right into it here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now there's two different things here. One is actually changing the format of a file, and the other is changing the container that it's in. Now, if you want to know the difference, the container is just simply the extension that the file has. So looking at this video file right here, you'll see that it has a .mp4 extension, which is basically just the container that it has. Now, if you want to see the containers, click on your folder File Explorer, click View, and then click Hidden, well, not hidden, I'm sorry, click File Name Extensions. And if this checkbox is selected, you will see the dot whatever that the file has. This is .mp4 for this video file. So if I were to try to import this somewhere and it would only let me do MOV files, for example, all I'd have to do is rename the file and come over here to MP4 and change it to MOV, and then press enter. You're always going to get this pop-up that says if you change the file name extension, it might become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes, always yes. You're not going to mess it up, okay? So now it's a .mov container, but it's the exact same format of the file. Now, if you want to see the format, right-click on it and go to Properties of the video file, and then go to Details, and you will see the video format here. And then you'll see the audio format. Now, that doesn't give you a lot of information, but if you open it up in VLC Player, all right, now if you open this up in VLC Player, you go to Tools and go to Codec Information, and now here we go. Here's the actual codec, the format that it was encoded in. H264 MPEG-4 AVC. And then the audio was in AAC, MP4A. Okay, so that is the actual format that it was encoded in. Whether I change it to .mov or MP4 doesn't matter. Okay, so you can just change the container if you want by renaming it, or you have to re-encode it. Now, to re-encode it, you need to use a program that'll let you do that. The best program that I have found to do this is called Avimedux, and it's free. Just like everything I like to use, it's free. I'll put the link in the description on how to get this if you need it. All you do is install the program, run it, and then drag your video file into the interface. It'll take a few seconds to load up. And now, at the bottom, I'm going to say, first of all, what container I want it in. And I'm going to want this in MP4. But my video output, see where it says copy? That is the encoder right there. And I want to change that. Let's say I want to change it from the 264 codec, which is currently the most popular in the world, to the next generation one that's slowly coming up fast in popularity, HEVC or x265. Well, to do that, you just change right there. Now, you can get all fancy in here to go to filters and configure if you want, but you don't have to do all that. And then you can either copy the audio or you can do the audio even in a different format. And then click Save. And then just put it wherever you want. Let's say we'll put it back on the desktop. Give it a different name. Put an extra 0 in it. Press Save. Now it will commence to re-encoding, and now it will encode in this new format. All right, guys, so now this video has two copies. One is the x265 or H265, and this is the H264. And now I have two different encoded videos here with two different codecs, and I can use them for either application that they're needed for. So that's how to do videos the easiest to me anyway. Now for pictures, you can do the same thing. You can change the container if you want. I can change JPEG in here, for example. I can rename it and just change it to PNG. And then, yes, of course, change that. There we go. Now I can open it with a new container, even though technically it has not been re-encoded. Now, if I want to re-encode it, the best way to do that for me is Format Factory. I'll leave a link in the description on how to get this program as well. It's freeware as well. When you go to install it, just make sure that you don't accept the adware stuff or the extra programs that it tries to get you to install. But this program is amazing. It'll do video, audio, and pictures for you, but I like to do it just for the pictures. Well, and the audio. But anyway, so drag this in, drag the picture in, and then tell it what you want it to convert to. So right now it's a JPEG. I'm going to convert it to a PNG. I want to actually change the codec there. I'm going to change that format that it's in. Press start. And here's the second copy. And this one is actually bigger. It's almost 3 megs, whereas this one was a little less than 2 megs. But it is now the PNG format. But that's how you would actually change the format of the picture file through Format Factory. And then the second thing you could do Format Factory with is the actual audio files. You could change like an MP3 to a WAV file if you want it, or a WAV to an MP3 file or whatever. Now, it's not going to make MP3 lossless all of a sudden, like with a WAV file, of course, but it's going to at least let you change it to the other format for whatever you're going to want to use it for. Not disk management. I'm going to use Format Factory. All right, so if I open back to Format Factory and I drag in my MP3 file, now what I want to change this to, I'm going to go from MP3 to WAV. So just click WAV. And then you can click your settings too here if you want. You can change, you can go to high quality, medium, low. You see that right there, the rate changes, channels change. Just click OK. OK and start. Go ahead and let it complete. There it goes. Look at that. The size difference is crazy. So you see the size difference there? Look at that. Almost 57 megs now for this file that was MP3. That was only 7.75 megs. This is because WAV files compression is horrible compared to MP3. Now you're having a lot less being lost there, but nothing that the human ear is going to be able to really hear. And plus, if you're converting from MP3, you're not actually gaining back that quality anyway, so it's kind of useless to do that. I just wanted to give you an example of how to change from an MP3 to a WAV file, and that was how to do that. So now, let's say I want to go from WAV back to MP3. This is probably a better application to do this with because you're saving size, you're saving space here by doing this. So, all right, let's go from WAV to MP3, and we'll just set high quality. That's fine. Click OK. Go ahead and start. All right, guys, so that's done now. It went all the way down to almost 13 megs, 22% of the original file size. Obviously, it's still not as small as it was originally at 7.75 megs. But you can see there, if you were to have a WAV file that was gigantic and you just wanted to compress it down, you could do that to MP3 there with Format Factory. But that's how you do it, guys. That's how you change the actual format of the file, whether it's audio, video, or just a picture. Or if you just want to change the container, just simply rename it. Make sure you have that file extension checkbox on in Windows. So that's about it. I hope that helped you. If it did, go ahead and click like, subscribe for more. And if you guys want to know how to edit these videos, if you want to know how to do this kind of video editing that I'm doing, check out this video right here. It's a crash course on Premiere Pro that I created on actually editing one of these videos and putting it up on YouTube. So give that a look. Tell me if you like it. Thanks for being here. This has been Adam with Tech Like a Boss, and I'll see you in the next one.